basically just taken snippets of the unit of work that I was working through, and I just thought I'd share some of my favourite bits. To me, I think engagement in a mixed ability classroom all boils down to differentiation. I think that is what everyone needs to be doing, and at the end of the day, I want to hopefully show you some ideas as to what that looks like in the classroom. Okay? Before I actually do that, one of my favourite resources, this is the head teacher's classroom. My favourite thing in this classroom is the use of mini whiteboards, or whiteboards, not mini whiteboards. There's whiteboards all the way around the classroom to help students, I guess, collaborate, be fearless in making mistakes. That's my Extension 1 class working on areas between curves. Do it as many ways as you possibly can. And here is it in my classroom, working in groups. So much so, I think the success of whiteboards is so evident that I've actually got students that have whiteboards at home. He's taken a photo to show me his work. Okay, so all my units of work started with a pretest, something really simple. This is directed number. I might just premise this entire, presentation with the fact that I didn't want to, show you something new. I wanted to be honest to exactly what I am doing. So started off with a pretest to identify kids that actually know the entire course, which in my Year 7 class at the moment is very evident. These are my go-to extension books. Feel free throughout to take photos of the screen because I'm going to be flying through this. They're my favourite ones for one particular reason. It is actually broken up into subject strands, so I can quite literally open up the contents page and go directed number, view kind of thing. Here's some examples of the resources inside. 10Ticks does these magic squares with directed number. This is the enrichment maths, lots of problem solving. There's more. I guess the idea behind that is giving the students that actually know what their work or what the topic head is, work to work on. So, content relevant work that is meaningful to them. This is what differentiation in my classroom looks like. It's just a matter of putting up group 1, group 2, group 3. Okay, this is how I use a textbook in a differentiated way. Currently, I use Pearson. I think that's an absolutely fantastic book because it breaks it down from fluency and understanding into higher order things like reasoning and communicating. And in terms of ability grouping, at the end of the day, I actually allow student choice to determine what group they actually work on. So it varies from lesson to lesson, and I give them that freedom when they're working on textbook work. This is one of my favourite activities for directed number. It's boxes, where you literally just drawing lines between dots to close up boxes. The only difference is they keep a running score and they get the points according to, the winner is the person with the most points at the end of the day, and they're constantly adding and subtracting directed number. Again, a differentiated task. On the left, obviously an easier game, and on the right, that can take a little time period. Also, I love bingo games as activities. Math starters is fantastic. Practicing really monotonous kind of things and still engaging everyone in that. Some of them, in textbooks aren't really an option, and going to worksheets. Again, this is not the most exciting sheet, but having a scaffold for the Group 1 students, so the low achieving students, with the appropriate scaffold, the times table, and then actually, eventuating onto things involving squares, things involving decimals, as extension. And then I actually, while working through this topic of unit of work, actually discovering that students struggled even with the earlier worksheet, and then actually breaking it up into just positive and negative and positive, etc. And actually getting them to kind of give some feedback as to how they felt. I think in terms of student engagement, just a feeling of success for students is really important. This is perhaps a bit more exciting. This is a worksheet that I think I found off Achieve Maths. Didn't really look like much initially, but I took the questions that were on the worksheet and kind of, made a group 1, group 2, group 3 option. And so this is what the group 1 option looks like. Continuing the pattern, and I guess the algebra, the formula, the relationship being something quite simple. Your x plus 1 and your 2x's, x divided by 3. Your group 2's a bit more sophisticated, your 2x plus 1's, that kind of thing. And then group 3, going more into squares, open-ended, draw a diagram, see where it takes you kind of thing. And I think very important to, just keeping an eye on the time, differentiating curriculum is reinforcing that in assessment. So in post-tests, within the classroom, breaking up assessments into group 1, so very simple, guided practice, fill in the blank kind of thing, to group 2, which is on the left, and group 3, which is on the right, a lot more problem solving. So I guess reinforcing that idea that, work to your level, and I think just by assessing appropriately, getting them to experience success. Yeah, thank you.